My name's I'm the Health Liaison Officer at Stewart House, which entails helping the children when they come to Stewart House, making sure they have all of their health checks. Just looking at their faces when they arrive, you can see a lot of them have got a lot of troubles. A little boy from the country arrived. It was the middle of winter, very cold weather, and he arrived in a pair of shorts, little stubbies shorts, a t-shirt, a pair of thongs that were about 4 sizes too big. And whereas the other children walk in with a suitcase or a bag, he arrived with a plastic bag. And in that plastic bag was one spare pair of underpants and a toothbrush. The toothbrush was black. The bristles on the toothbrush were covered in oil. And when I asked this little boy, about his toothbrush, he said that he doesn't have a toothbrush at home and that this toothbrush actually belongs to his father and it's to clean the spark plugs on his motorbike. So that little boy, we sent him home with a suitcase full of clothes and all of his toiletries and everything that he needed.
My name is Sarah Lee and I'm the Chief Wellbeing Officer at Stewart House. The most important things that Stewart House does provide for kids with really quite severe mental health issues would be teaching them that it's okay to ask for help and that people really care about them and want to help them. Just yesterday we've had a young girl stay with us and she's 13. Her words are that she got kicked out of home living with mum, and she's recently moved in with dad, who doesn't see mental health as something that's real or something that's a priority for her. And she was really withdrawn, really shut down, and she was experiencing some suicidal ideation last night. She felt safe to open up to our staff and she feels like we do care about her, and we do care about her, we care about her a lot. And so I guess sometimes that's why these sort of concerns in terms of suicide and self-harm come about at Stewart House, because they feel safe to let us in and safe to let us see that part of them. We've developed what we call a safety plan, and we talk with her about all her coping strategies. And so I guess our job doesn't necessarily end when she leaves Stewart House. It is part of my role to check in with her in terms of how she's following up that referral. That might be speaking with her dad, or it might be speaking with her school to check that she's either connected with an external psychologist or she is regularly meeting with the school counsellor and they're aware of what happened while she was here.
My name is David Crowe. I know firsthand how Stewart House can give a kid from the country a sense of self-worth. I was that kid and it changed my life. I was fortunate enough to be chosen by my school to come to Stewart House on a 2-week program when life at home was a bit challenging. That experience helped me to become the person that I am today, principal of a large primary school in the Hunter Valley. All these years later, I witnessed firsthand the way that kids return from Stewart House healthier, happier, and with more confidence and self-respect. That's what Stewart House does so well. Looking back, I remember being amazed, waking up to the sound of the surf crashing on the beach, a pretty amazing sound for a kid from the central west of New South Wales.
My name is Mark Stimopoulos and I am the Residential Programs Manager. It's not a job. This is not this for a lot of people who work here, this is their life. And they put so much into it. You can't hear the stories and work with these kids and not feel disappointed that they've come to us in this state. Sometimes when you see them for the first time, it hurts because you know that these kids are living this for the majority of their life, and we're a 2-week respite or we're a 2-week break for them. Giving them skills for life that they will learn here and they will take away from here. Seeing them make a friend, possibly for the first time in their life, because we don't judge the kids that are here. They're all here for the same reason. They're all here for a 12-day break, and it's a journey. You hear the worst stories of some of the kids that come here, some of their backgrounds, and you think, How do you go through day by day with what you have to deal with at home or and at school? But we don't see it here because they're resilient, because they're given the tools, they're given an opportunity, they're given a framework, they're given some boundaries, and they thrive. And you think, if they can thrive here, why can't they thrive outside? And that's what we try to give them before they go.
One of my favourite parts of my job is when I pick up the phone and it's someone who came to Stewart House years and years ago, and they just called to tell you that it was the most amazing stay and it's the most memorable 2 weeks of their entire life. It's just so rewarding to hear that people remember their stay forever.